Did you know that for all the differences between men and women, husbands and wives, that 70% of both men and women say that the determining factor in whether they are satisfied with the sex, romance, and passion in their marriage is the quality of their friendship? Now, maybe you can relate to this, but you hear somebody say, or you see somebody post on social media about how their spouse is their best friend, and you think to yourself, is my spouse my best friend? I mean, are they even a good friend? Are they even a friend at all? Well, I believe that one of the key components of a healthy and strong marriage is friendship with your spouse. And so today I want to look at 3 characteristics of good friendships in hopes that intentionality in these areas can either rekindle a friendship in your marriage, or if you already have one, can strengthen it and take it to the next level. That's what we'll talk about today right here on Relationshots. Welcome to Relationshots. My name's Eric Wooten. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to the place to get relationship advice that actually works in your relationship. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss upcoming videos. So today I want to talk about a topic that I think gets pushed to the side in a lot of relationships because we tend to focus on the things causing us pain, the issues we need to work out, the conflicts we have, and so we neglect this other area of the relationship which actually has the ability to strengthen and grow the relationship as much or maybe even better than working out the issues, and that's this idea of friendship. See, I believe that every married couple should be friends on some level. And I believe that you can be intentional in how you grow your friendship. I think there's a lot of couples that have unintentionally been doing some things that are hurting the friendship, while at the same time, they don't really know what to do to strengthen the friendship. So today, in this video, I want to give you 3 characteristics of good, healthy friendship so that you can evaluate yourself and your relationship in these areas and then intentionally work on them to be able to grow your friendship in marriage. So let's jump right in. Number 1 characteristic of a good, healthy friendship is consistency. Let me throw a little Bible in here for you spiritual giants. Proverbs 17:17 says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity." So the question is, do you love at all times unconditionally? Are you consistently there for your spouse, or is your love and support inconsistent? And is it conditional on whether or not you're getting what you want in return for them? See, I believe one of the keys to being a friend and a good friend in a relationship is that you show up consistently. We've all had fair weather friends. We've all had counterfeit friends. They're the people that they say they're with you. They show up when it makes sense and benefits them. Maybe they get access to something they didn't have before. Maybe there's a financial blessing. But when times get tough, they scatter like cockroaches. They're nowhere to be found. You cannot count on them because they're not consistent. See, in marriage, you've got to be a consistent friend to your spouse. It is hard to have a friendship with somebody that you can't count on. It's hard to have a friendship with somebody that you don't think has your back. It's hard to trust somebody that you don't feel like you can count on because they're just not consistent. So you need to ask yourself the question, do I do and follow through on the things I say I'm going to follow through and do? Do I keep the promises that I make? Am I consistent in trying to meet my spouse in the areas they've expressed need? Or do I do it for 2 weeks and then get lazy and stop because it's too much work and they're not reciprocating? So evaluate yourself in this area of consistency. Ask yourself, do I show up consistently? Do I follow through on what I say I'm going to do? Do I keep my promises? And if not, I need you to work on consistency. And I promise if you do, your friendship will grow. So consistency. Characteristic number 2 is transparency. And that actually has 2 components to it. One component is that you actually speak truth to each other and you're honest. The second component is that your life is an open book to the other person. So let's tackle both of those. Let's start with the truth speaking. So a lot of times we speak the truth, we keep it 100, but we're not doing it in love. So part of being transparent is you're not hiding your feelings all the time. You're not sitting on how you really feel. You're not ignoring your feelings, but you're actually speaking truth to one another. Now there's a proverb that also speaks to this. Proverbs 27, 5 through 6 says, "Better is open rebuke than love that is concealed. Faithful are the wounds of a friend." Now, some of you love to use Bible verses out of context in order to treat people poorly. So don't be the person that demeans, that attacks, that says rude things, and then comes back and says, "I'm just doing what Proverbs says. It says better is an open rebuke, so I'm actually loving you biblically." No, you're actually being mean. Your motive is wrong. So don't be that person. If you're wondering if you're that person, ask yourself, did you pause this video or rewind it to write that reference down to use later? You're that person. So the idea is simply, I speak truth into my spouse's life. I'm transparent with what I believe and who I am and how I'm feeling, but I'm also doing it seasoned with love. The other aspect of transparency is your life being an open book for your spouse. So ask yourself, do they have access to every part of you? Do they have access to your schedule and your calendar? Do they have access to your computer, your social media accounts? Do they have access to your phone? If they don't have access to that stuff, the question is, why have you not given them access? Are you hiding something? Why are you not being transparent? It's hard to trust somebody who's not being transparent. Privacy is an enemy to friendship and the relationship. So if you choose to be private, if you choose to not let your spouse into areas of your life, I promise you, your friendship will suffer because of it. So characteristic number 2 is transparency. Characteristic number 3 is sympathy. And the two root words making up this word sympathy simply mean common passion. That is, two people that share values or passions together will increase their friendship. If you think about it in your life, probably a lot of the friends you have came because you shared common passions. You're either on the same sports team together, maybe in the same club together, maybe same fraternity or sorority, maybe you both served at the three-legged dog mission, whatever it was, you both had a similar interest, and that is what formed your friendship. So when it comes to your spouse, the question is, what are the areas or values or passions that are common to the two of you? Because spending time in those areas is going to increase your friendship. And if you're sitting here listening, thinking about that, saying, you know what, we have 0 areas of common passion, that's our problem. Guess what? You can fix that easily. Find one. Go start doing some things together that you've never done. Try new things that neither one of you have ever done. You may find something that you both are passionate about and both enjoy doing. And when you do and you do those together, I promise you that's going to strengthen and grow the friendship. So there's 3 characteristics of healthy, good friendships: transparency, consistency, and sympathy. Evaluate your relationship in these areas and then be intentional about trying to grow these areas so that you can grow your friendship in a relationship. The only way to strengthen a relationship is not simply eliminating all the bad stuff. It's also strengthening and growing the good stuff that already exists right there in the relationship. I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments section below and maybe some things you do to grow your friendship that can help all the rest of us. If you think this video was helpful, consider sharing it with a friend, and I look forward to seeing you right here next time on Relation Shots.